the Saints go marching in. Oh, when the Saints go marching in.
It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the New Orleans Saints. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Tampa Bay. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. There are times on carries like that where he looks a little bit older than his rookie status.
How many times have we talked when we've gone out to dinner about how precocious these youngsters are that come into the NFL now? They play at a higher level at a younger age. The stars aren't quite in their eyes as much as it used to be, huh?
And avoids the contact by Slaughter. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's good for 28 yards.
This is exactly the kind of drive you're hoping for out of the gates. They're mixing the run and the pass well, keeping this defense off balance early. And they're on the march here with another first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here we go. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Saints will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead.
The score is Saints 7, Buccaneers nothing.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
First and 10.
Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the New Orleans Saints. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now back to throw. He gets it to Addison. 20! And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to throw. Swinging this out for Pollard. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 10 more there and another first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there with his 6th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Saints put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Point after right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They go play action here on 1st down. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says that the slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch? Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
And they'll run him here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. Nice run right there.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll drop to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. You look at the Saints defense. This unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, and easily move into the top 5.
It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they're saying it's incomplete.
I think he had to hold that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
They work now on 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the result. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw here. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
2nd and 3. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
To the right side and intercepted. Picked up by Grant Delpit.
And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Now a first carry here for the running back.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll set up to throw.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And that will keep this a 4-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Looking to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, now quite to the 35.
That's good for the Saints.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3.
The Saints at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Olave with his first grab, and he also has a 1st down. Defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2nd and 7. Quick throw to Olave. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talking about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
In today's football, the receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage. When you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
2nd and 9. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there for their 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point running down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes a reverse. And not much happening on the return as we get this to about the 23. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. They'll look to throw here. Now he'll tuck this and run. Well, throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That's caught. Emeka Egbuka. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The rookie from Texas looking sharp on that throw. He gets his guys a first down.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Buccaneer first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Given 40 on first down, it'll set up a 2nd and 7.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a short game down to about the 33. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
He's to the 15 and down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
6 yards.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw, and they're set up now with a first and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out. He did not allow him to cut upfield.
A loss of 2.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. He'll look to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Buccaneers are back within a score. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Powering his way forward. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of 15. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive. They watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And not a whole lot of room to operate there in the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
33-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That one let go deep for Laporta. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Sam Laporta, 66 yards. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Oh, good return up past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Oh, he's got Ibuka. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Emeka Egbuka. As the first half is winding down. And the Buccaneers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
He lets it go deep for Olave.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
These offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now he's getting the ball to start the second half. How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
The goal of the wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll drop the throw.
Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Let's take it inside his own 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll set up a throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
He lets one go deep for Addison. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
This is fielded at the 7. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there, just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A big play there with his
the second touchdown of the night. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
Saints 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The improv act, they're good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had it because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop it behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 there, the New Orleans first down. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play. Were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that front. They had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
You often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. To the sideline and incomplete.
So it looks like they started some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Hands it off out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. An easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He completes it to Olave. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, They picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot, if that's what they want to do.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down.
He'll try to do it himself.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time.
We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 70 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there on that play. I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Down inside the 10.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Bucs are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead.
The Bucs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
And they'll try a little razzle-dazzle. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean.
And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for Buccaneer TD.
Well, Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they wanted to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Now they send the tight end in motion left. They'll try and throw for it.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
1 yard gain.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. 2nd and 9 now. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past their 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And his throw is incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
On the RPO, he'll keep it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. He couldn't escape the pressure, and they go backwards in a big way there on the sack.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
He'll try and do this himself.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses. And this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Open man is Ibuka. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is good.
So the starting field position was terrific following a surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. And they'll indeed take a knee. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. And they take a knee.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for the Buccaneers, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the loss